And here she is. Yay! This video is going to be talking about my delivery, as if she stays, quiet enough. So how it started was I'm trying to go quickly because it's a lot. I feel like it'd be like 10 minutes. I'm just going to make it 5 or less. What happened was Tuesday, 6 a.m. I had little contractions. They were about 5 minutes apart. So I was like, okay, since they're kind of close, we can just go to the hospital. So we went to the hospital and they told me that I wasn't dilated, so I had to go back home.
I know.
I think she's hungry.
Let's see. Alright.
If she finishes. They told me I wasn't dilated, so I had to go back home. So I came back home, and then that whole night was just terrible. The worst night of my life because of all the pain. The contractions were really every 5 minutes. Like, I would count them every 5 minutes. And I was just in and out the bathroom. I couldn't even go back into the bed anymore. It was just uncomfortable. So,
I ain't getting no sleep.
you got a little sleep. He was in the bed for a minute. And then he came. I didn't go back in the room. I just came out here. And it just was like just laying down. Kind of. But I didn't get no sleep. So I'm literally just counting the hours as they went by at night. And then 6 o'clock came, so I knew my mother was up. So I told her, like, I ain't getting no sleep. And she came downstairs and she had rubbed my back. Like kind of hard, though. So she, like, rubbed it. Next thing I knew, I just started throwing up. And it was I threw up liquid. It wasn't nothing that came out. It was just liquid. So she was like, oh, no, we need to go to the hospital. So we went to the hospital, and then it was like, well, she's 3 centimeters dilated. We're going to wait about 2 hours and see if I dilated some more. And if I did, that means I get to stay. So I did. I was 5 centimeters, and you're supposed to be 10. So they sent me on into a room because it was time for her to come. Okay. What happened? We went to the room, and we just waited. I waited a little while because I thought I was going to have to walk some more because I didn't know how much I was dilating. And I asked for the epidural because things hurt. And I was glad I did. Because at first, when I was in pain, I was just trying to take it. Because it's like, I've had really bad cramps when I had my period. So I had really bad cramps. I've even had cramps up to 10, level 10. But the contractions went up to 12. They were just like, and you could see when the contractions were coming with the little monitor that they had. I thought that was so cool. But you could see that, and you could see how hard they were, or, yeah, how hard they weren't. So I got the epidural, and then I couldn't really feel the contractions coming anymore. I was just sitting there like, oh, is that a contraction? Oh, okay, that's nice. And then I felt my water break while I was in the bed. So she, like, kicked or something, and something just went, and I felt the water rush down the side of my leg. And but I still had the epidural, so it's not like I really felt anything but just like the water. And the epidural just made everything numb. So I was just sitting there watching TV, just waiting for her to be ready. So the doctor gets there, and they was telling me how to push. It was like, okay, it's about 10 centimeters now. You should be good. So what happens is when you push, you have to put your legs up. Can't do it right now. I'll explain why later. But you put your legs up, and you're supposed to put your chin to your chest and curl your back and push like you trying to take a dump. So, I had the epidural, so I could not feel my legs. So I had one person on this side, one person on this side, holding the legs up. Then Damo is on the other side, and he's helping push my back up. And then all I really gotta do now is just push, like I'm giving a poop. When I first pushed, the doctor was like, are you pushing? I was like, oh, okay, maybe not. But it was the epidural, so I couldn't feel anything. So I obviously wasn't working hard enough to push. So they had to give me something to counteract the epidural after a while because it it wasn't working. So they gave me that, and then I started feeling the contractions again. And when I felt it, it was more so in my leg. I felt it on this leg. So this still had a lot of epidural. So this was the leg I felt it on. And I was pushing every time it hurt. And she just coming out. Of course, you can feel, obviously, you feel the baby come out. I felt the head and everything. And everybody in the room was just like, oh, she has hair. And I'm like, I don't really care right now. I'm just trying to get her out. So, pushing, 3 hours later, there she was. I didn't think it was going to take 3 hours, but apparently that's still short. Like somebody said they had 6 hours. So, Domo cried. Just want to put that in there.
Okay.
I didn't see it though, because as soon as she came, as soon as the head came out, I pushed a little, like only a little bit more, and the rest of the body came out, so that was good. And they just handed her to me. The cord was still attached. He cut the cord. Oh, there's my baby. Then they took her away and put her on the little thing across in the room, and they examined her. And then she was about to roll her out, but before they did, they put her back on me. And it's like my little baby. Yeah, we had little complications afterwards. So when they gave me the drug to counteract the epidural, it gave me a fever. So I gave her a fever, and she had to be in the nursery for a couple days. So my little baby. So
I know. What's your more?
she's all better. Also, when I was giving the nice vaginal birth, she, I guess, cut me open a little bit. So the stitches, I had to get stitches. But I hear a lot of people have to get stitches, so it's not uncommon. So that's why I couldn't put my legs up. I didn't poop. Because a lot of people do poop. When you pushing, you poop. I ain't poop. But that's because I hadn't eaten in like 2 days. Because remember the night before I had all them contractions, so I ain't eat nothing. So no poop in me. So no poop to push out. Also, my toes was done. Try to make sure your toes is done because it just looks nice. You know, you have the doctors and everything and all and people in the room.
Right.
And you might want your toes to look nice. You might want to shade down there too because guess what? Bald as a cat. You feel me? So, yeah. I was looking. I was a pretty good looking delivery if I do say so myself. Or as good as it could look.
Just sure no. Throughout the whole pregnancy, she was looking like a forest.
Oh, okay. Let's go back to you crying.
What you mean?
They was like, oh yeah, Dom will cry. I was like, oh man, I missed it. 'Cause I was so focused on her. Yeah, man, I heard you had to look away. You had some tears coming down there.
Yeah, whatever, man.
You was crying in me.
Alright.
So, how did you like the experience of childbirth?
Oh, I loved it. It was different. I never thought I'd see the inside of somebody. But yeah, I thought it was kind of cool to see this big old head baby come out.
It was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. I'd like to see that again.
Wow. I said, okay, here's
soon.
Yeah, I was like, here's another thing. Would I do the pregnancy again? Yes. Would I do childbirth again when I think about it? Yeah. But this afterbirth, homegirl gets the pattern, and we sleep at night and we up during the day. So we trying to make that happen, but I know it's gonna take a while. You wouldn't see that until at least 5 more years from now. So
whatever you do, don't hold your girl's back up. Your arm would definitely be hurt.
What? Wow.
And make sure when you try to grab her hand, make sure she don't miss and scratch you.
There's nothing. First of all, there's nothing wrong with helping. It was. I'm so grateful that she had held my back because I kept forgetting to curl the back. So he's the one that pushed me up. Because all I feel is pain. I can't remember to hold my legs that I can't feel and put my back up and chin down. No, but he got his nice little battle. It's over there, right? His nice little battle scar. Yeah, he got his nice little battle scar because I was trying to hold his hand and I missed, and obviously I don't have my nails long anymore, so this was like raw nail.
Hey.
This is my little girl, our little girl.
Hey. Smile for the people.
Hey.
Alright. Guess not.
She don't like y'all already, and that's the way.
Stranger danger. Remember that.
So yeah, anything you wanna add?
Nope.
We got things to do, so we gotta go. Bye.
Deuce.